The manager's word obviously goes. What does the future now hold for David De Gea at Manchester United, do we think?
Well, it looks like it's going to be a very uncertain one, Matt, over the next few weeks, because Van Gaal's come out and said that this is the situation, this is where it's going to be until the transfer window shuts. So speculation over the move to Real Madrid looks like it's just going to keep going, unfortunately, for everyone involved, because it looked like it had gone away a few weeks ago when Sergio Ramos signed his new deal at Real Madrid, looking like that deal had been dead in the water. But now it looks like a world record fee is being requested by Manchester United, but Real Madrid don't look like they're willing to pay it because they think they can get the keeper free on a free next year, meaning that De Gea has told the goalkeeping coach in Manchester United he's not eager to play. And then when a goalkeeper's not eager to play, then that's a bit of a worry for everyone in front of him. Well,
luckily Van Gaal, Romero did all right against Spurs, but the performance against Spurs wasn't great, but a win is a win.
A win, and that's at this stage of the season. Teams are starting to get still trying to get to know each other a little bit, and systems are still being worked out that they've been working on in pre-season. So yes, a win's a win. The performance wasn't great. Some encouraging signs that they got a lot of their new players onto the pitch at the same time, but they've got some big games coming up, notably against Club Brugge in the Champions League on Tuesday.
Absolutely. Well, let's bring Adam in again on this story. It's a story that's really dominated the whole week, hasn't it? What's up with Mourinho?
Well, it's no coincidence that this is the story that's dominated the whole week, when nobody seems to be talking about the fact that Chelsea stumbled at home on the opening day of the season to what was a very good Swansea side, even to the point where Gary Monk in his weekly news conference said nobody's talking about how well they played. So it's all a little bit of a distractionary tactic by Mourinho, and maybe it's something that he's thinking about, that he doesn't know quite where his team is at the moment. They haven't spent that much money in the summer, so it might be one of those. But disharmony in the Chelsea backroom staff is not something we've been used to knowing about, but it could be the case, and this might be the reason why they're looking to shake things up a bit.
Adam Reid, I must admit, I never saw this one coming. Shaqiri to Stoke, a former Bayern Munich player in the East Midlands. Eye-catching signing, though, isn't it?
Very much so, and that's just how far Stoke have come under Mark Hughes. In 2 years, he's reshaped the football club in terms of how he wants them to play. They've come a long way since the long throw-ins of Rory Delap and the huge figures they have in midfield. So they've really got a good footballing philosophy. They finished with their career-high Premier League points total last season, and now Shaqiri coming in. He's played for Bayern Munich, he's played for Inter Milan, hasn't quite done it in terms of game time in either of those places, and now he's playing there. But let's not forget they've got 4 ex-Barcelona players playing for them now as well, including Bojan, who's not quite back to fitness yet. But they've done very well to sort of change this whole mentality around Stoke, and now they should be challenging in that probably group below probably the elite teams.
Well, that's it. What is the aim for a club like Stoke? Where are you aiming for? Are you aiming for 5th?
I think it's definitely a possibility. You've got other clubs this season as well, like Crystal Palace, like Swansea we've already spoken about. And these are the clubs that really do fancy themselves as having a go. And I think the key to a lot of these clubs is really good chairmen. They've got Hugh Jenkins at Swansea, you've got Coates at Stoke, and you've got Parish at Crystal Palace, and they've all really backed their managers, and they've given them every opportunity to succeed. And Mark Hughes has done a hell of a lot of good work to repair some of the reputation that he felt that he maybe had damaged at QPR.
Yeah, so it's a home game for Liverpool on Monday, but it's their opening run of away games that's possibly occupying Brendan Rodgers' attention. Take a look at that. As you can see, they play all of last season's top 5 in the opening weeks of the season. Sandwiched in the middle, there it is, Everton in that Merseyside derby. Quite a fixture list there, Adam Reid. Let's speak a bit about Bournemouth, because when they won promotion back in May, it's fixtures like Monday night that they would have kind of wanted to put straight in their diary, isn't it?
This is going to be a great occasion for Bournemouth. I mean, they played their first game at home last Saturday, which was a great occasion. There was a full stadium. Didn't quite go the way they wanted, but this is what it's all about. It's under the lights. It's Anfield. It's Monday night. A lot of these players have played a club as big as Liverpool in their careers, let alone play in a stadium as big and as loud as Anfield can be. This is going to be a great game. They're both teams that definitely want to score goals. Bournemouth found out firsthand what the Premier League is all about on Saturday. If you don't take your opportunities, you're not going to get goals, and you're not going to win games as well. And Liverpool have conversely, they've recognised their problems from last season and they've brought goals into their side. Obviously, it was Coutinho's great strike against Stoke, but let's not forget they've got an array of strikers up front that can really do a job. So there is goals in this game.
Very quickly, what about that Liverpool run of away games?
Well, it really is going to be a tough run for them. I mean, you couldn't really make it any harder. It's on paper the hardest it could possibly be because it's all of last season's top 5 plus Everton. So these home games are going to be key for Liverpool, and they're going to have to pick up results where they can. But to say that, come the run-in, they're not going to have to go away to these tough clubs.
Let's bring Adam Reid, Trt Sports reporter, in on this to discuss. Kyrgios, whenever we speak about him, it's not about his forehand or his backhand, it's about misdemeanours around the game.
He's definitely building a reputation for himself, Matt, but I don't necessarily think it's the one he's really going to want in the long term. He's not being remembered for tennis at the moment, and this is just the latest in a long line of outbursts, and quite a personal one as well, about a fellow tennis player. So he does really need to sort of rein it in if he wants to be taken seriously as a tennis player. But he's going to be participating in the Davis Cup semi-final against Great Britain as well. So obviously he's still being recognised for his tennis skills.
Adam Reid, many thanks for your contribution.